Hi, I'm Christina O. I'm a student at Carnegie Mellon University, and this is my 15112 term project. I did a 3D aquarium simulator using Blender and Panda3D. So let's get started. Okay, so now here's our aquarium. Now we see this is a 3D model. As we toggle our camera upwards, we can see that this is indeed in 3D space and there's a sort of depth perception. We can go all the way up to aerial mode. Looking at it like flat on from the top, and then and then front view for our straight on view. So now let's add our first fish. Let's start with the classic clownfish. Now we get to name our fish, so let's call him Nemo. Why not? So now we have a menu and we can select, there are two types of fish, community and aggressive. And the community ones are just peaceful and have randomized movements, while the aggressive fish can chase other fish if they're within a certain radius. So let's just make him community for now. Let's add him. Okay, so now let's hit run to start the simulation. As we can see, Nemo is moving in this three-dimensional space. He's not hitting any of the walls or going off the top and bottom. So how did I get this kind of animation to work? Let's pause. I use Blender, and as you can see, he's kind of like stick thin, so how did I get the movements on him? If I selected some of the tails, I was actually able to rotate this model and give the illusion that the tail is bending right. I did this 3 times. So I have one that's straight, I have one that's curved, and I have one curved like this. So if I loop through each one in a back and forth motion, then I was able to make it appear like the fish was actually moving its tail. Let's go back to our screen. Now let's add more fish. We're just going to make a sylphin thing for fun, called Alex. Also make him just a community fish. Let's add one more. Make a blue tang. Call him Dory. Let's just select the aggressive behavior to see what that looks like. Okay, so now let's hit run. If we toggle the camera up, we'll see that whenever Dory gets too close to another fish, the other fish will speed up and run away. Dory will find the next closest fish, which just happens to also be Nemo right now. But now, look, he found Alex and is now chasing him. Okay, so now let's test out our feed fish feature. Let's grab some food. The pellet is moving in this XY plane. It's not perfect with the cursor because we're in 3-dimensional space, so reading the mouse is harder. So now if we click the food, all the fish will immediately stop whatever they were doing and go get food. And if we get more food, and we can put multiple ones down, and they will go to whichever one is closest to them. And if there's still food left in the tank, they will then follow that. So that was a recursive function. Okay, so now let's try our fish view function. Okay, so now we get to select a fish from the collection of fish that we've made to view from. So now let's select Nemo. So now we're in Nemo's viewpoint. There's a camera, the screen has a little camera right behind him, so you can see what he's looking at. Now we can also select another fish like Dory. Dory likes to chase fish, so you should see that he likes to follow and have other fish in his viewpoint, right there. Okay, and we can also feed fish in this feature. So we can see them looking actually at the pellets as they fall down. Let's exit this fish view. There's one more feature. It's to add the user fish. Okay, so now we're going to create a fish that we can buy ourselves. So this one, we'll call it Claire. Let's add her. Hit run. So now we're going to use the up, down, left, and right arrows to move our fish. And now I'm directing it towards the bush. Just using the arrow keys, moving up, down. I can only rotate a certain up. I can't rotate more than 30 degrees up, and I can't rotate more than 30 degrees down. And then I can go in 360 degrees and then watch how my position changes according to that. Okay, so that was my user fish mode. So those are most of the features, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.